Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to compare two of the most anticipated flagship smartphones of 2023, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra and the iPhone 14 Pro Max, in terms of camera performance. Both of these phones boast some incredible camera specs and features, and we're going to put them to the test to see which one comes out on top. Let's start with the specs. The Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra features a quad camera setup with a 108-megapixel primary sensor, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide sensor, a 10-megapixel periscope telephoto lens, and a 3D 2F sensor. On the other hand, the iPhone 14 Pro Max features a triple camera setup with a 12-megapixel primary sensor, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide sensor, and a 12-megapixel telephoto lens. Test 1. Daylight photography. For the first test, we're going to take some photos in daylight conditions. We'll take a few shots of the same scene using both phones and then compare the results. Right away, we noticed that the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra's 108-megapixel primary sensor captures more detail and produces sharper images than the iPhone 14 Pro Max's 12-megapixel primary sensor. The colors on both phones are accurate, but we felt that the S23 Ultra's images were a little warmer, while the iPhone's images were slightly cooler. Test 2. Low-light photography. Moving on to low-light photography, both phones performed exceptionally well. The S23 Ultra's larger sensor allowed it to capture more light, resulting in brighter and more detailed images. However, the iPhone's night mode feature produced some stunning images that were almost as good as the S23 Ultra's. Test 3. Portrait photography. For the final test, we're going to test out the phone's portrait mode capabilities. Both phones feature advanced depth sensing technology that allows them to capture stunning portraits with a natural-looking bokeh effect. We found that the S23 Ultra produced slightly sharper images, but the iPhone's bokeh effect was more natural-looking and pleasing to the eye. Overall, both phones are incredibly capable when it comes to photography, but there are some differences in the way they capture images. The Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra's larger sensor allows it to capture more detail and produce sharper images, while the iPhone 14 Pro Max's night mode feature is outstanding. When it comes to portrait photography, both phones produced great results, but the iPhone's bokeh effect was more natural-looking. Ultimately, it comes down to personal preference, but we hope this comparison helps you decide which phone is right for you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more great content.